The fundamental rights discussed thus far, the right to remain silent, the right to legal counsel, and the protection against self-incrimination, are crucial components of a fair criminal justice system. However, the protection of individual liberties extends far beyond the confines of the courtroom. A critical aspect of safeguarding personal freedom in the United States is the right to privacy, a concept not explicitly defined in the Constitution, but deeply embedded within its fabric and judicially recognized as a fundamental right. This right, while often implied rather than explicitly stated, plays a pivotal role in shaping the relationship between individuals and the state, as well as the interactions between individuals and private entities in an increasingly digital world. The Fourth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution provides the primary constitutional basis for privacy rights, prohibiting unreasonable searches and seizures. This amendment explicitly states that the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. The seemingly straightforward language of the Fourth Amendment has been the subject of extensive legal interpretation and debate for centuries, with its application evolving alongside technological advancements and societal changes. The requirement of probable cause before a search warrant can be issued is central to the Fourth Amendment's protection. Probable cause necessitates more than mere suspicion. It demands a reasonable belief, supported by articulable facts, that a crime has been, is being, or will be committed, and that evidence of that crime will be found in the place to be searched. The specificity requirement, demanding that the warrant particularly describe the place to be searched and the things to be seized, prevents overly broad searches that might infringe upon legitimate privacy interests. The Supreme Court has repeatedly emphasized the importance of these requirements in safeguarding individual liberties. Numerous cases have illustrated the consequences of warrants issued without probable cause or lacking sufficient specificity, leading to the suppression of evidence obtained through such unlawful searches. The concept of reasonable expectation of privacy has emerged as a key element in determining whether a search or seizure violates the Fourth Amendment. This doctrine recognizes that individuals have a reasonable expectation of privacy in certain places and circumstances, even if they do not own or control those places. For instance, individuals generally have a reasonable expectation of privacy in their homes, their vehicles, and their personal belongings. However, the degree of privacy protection afforded varies depending on the location and the nature of the intrusion. For example, the expectation of privacy in a public park is significantly less than that in one's own home. The Supreme Court has consistently grappled with the complexities of defining reasonable expectation of privacy in an era of advanced surveillance technologies. Technological advancements have significantly challenged the traditional application of the Fourth Amendment. The widespread use of cell phones, GPS tracking devices, and other technologies raises complex questions about the extent of government access to personal data. The Supreme Court has addressed these challenges in landmark cases, attempting to balance the government's need to investigate crime with the protection of individual privacy in the digital age.